duty-bound to attack Hindus, grab their women, rape them and sell them in the market at will, and this is encouraged in Islam explicitly. An average Muslim's attitude towards women in general is shaped by the average behavior of Nabi Muhammad towards women in his career. There is a hadith in Al-Mujamul Kabir of Imam Tabarani, rahimahullah, that Nabi, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, said, Allah married me to Maryam, mother of Isa alayhim salam, and Kulthum, sister of Musa alayhis salam, and Asiyah, rahimahullah, the wife of Fir'aun, in Jannah. Above signifies that Nabi Muhammad is not ready to spare even the most virtuous women even after death. In heaven he is dreaming of his marriage to women who passed away much before his time. Thus he is going to marry Maryam, the mother of Jesus Christ, in heaven. He has no concern for Joseph, the mortal husband of Maryam, on earth. He wants to marry the wife of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Essentially, the modus operandi of Mohammed is to humiliate and capture a nation by marrying its daughters, notwithstanding the latter's will into such union. This is the same what Muslims are doing in India. Below is another example that shows that if a Muslim is approaching a Hindu woman and asking to cover her head and face, then it is because Nabi Muhammad was so lecherous that he cannot withstand even a woman with hijab. Jabir reported that Allah's messenger saw a woman, and so he came to his wife Zainab, as she was tanning a leather, and had sexual intercourse with her. He then went to his companions and told them. The woman advances and retires in the shape of a devil, so when one of you sees a woman, he should come to his wife, for that will repel what he feels in his heart. https://sana.com/muslim:1403a. In other words, Muhammad infers, if you wear hijab then I will be amorously excited but will wait till I reach my wife, but if you do not wear hijab then perhaps I will not wait that much and will fulfill my lust instantly through you. Sunnat is the behavior of the Prophet, and this is what makes a Muslim Sunni. Here is a recent example of above sunnat. A Pakistani doctor allegedly left a patient under anesthetic for about 8 minutes at Tameside Hospital in Greater Manchester to have sex with a nurse in another operating theatre. This is reported from UK. https://www.newindianexpress.com/world/2025/7/13/pakistani-doctor-of-have-sex-with-nurse-have-high-in-sex-with-high-in-nurse-in-India Muslims anywhere in India and the world approach prepubescent girls, teenage girls, young women, and at times old women also, if the latter happens to be of repute and wealth, with a single motive: to have access to their vaginas. They wish to capture the world through this way. Breed children with them, because we shall conquer their countries. https://www.timesofisrael.com/breed-and-conquer-Europe-AQSA-preacher-exhorts Muslims. Arjun's focus was not the tree, not its branches, not its leaves, not the bird but the eye of the bird. Every Muslim in India, whether male or female, is Arjun if you simply replace eye of the bird with vagina of each Hindu female. India can be saved as it has been saved in the past, if for one time more Hindu females stop thinking themselves as walking vaginas. They are not vaginas, but they have it, and it is the most prized possession of a woman and prized trophy for the enemy of India. It is the need of the hour for the Indian women to flaunt their image as a proud human being. This will help them to open their eyes and thereby to realize the kind of humiliations faced by our nation in the past. This will also help them to overcome the pleasures of vagina for the sake of human dignity and above all the pride of Mother India, but if they behave merely as vagina. At present, our Hindu, Jain, Sikh mothers and sisters are walking without hijab or burqa, flaunting their sindoor and bindi prominently, because for the last 1,300 years, our ancient mothers and sisters have preferred death to the touch of a Muslim. No other nation did it, and thus 80% of the world's population is Christian or Muslim today. Let the bindi should not become minute, sindoor should not become nearly invisible, and hijab or any other cloth should not cover your radiant face. An Aryan lady can never accept such subjugation. Now back to the YouTube link shared in the beginning. Is it not like you are passing through a jungle? Yes, of course, and that is why the both sisters are armed, as there are Muslims around them. Only 6% in Britain, but they have become alert. India has 24% and have recent experience of partition, which was replete with rape and murder of Hindus and Sikhs. Still we have effaced from our mind the memory of that disaster. Let us stop at this point and return. With every passing moment, the point of return will be more and more difficult. So abrogate all relations with them. Ali Sina, a Muslim, the renowned writer of Understanding Muhammad, who renounced Islam, was succinct. If your son befriends a Muslim, he will be stabbed in the back, but if he develops animus towards him, he will be stabbed in front. But if it is your daughter instead of son, then of course she will not be killed, but her life will be same as that of Safiya bint Huwayi, who was violated the very next day of her husband's brutal murder by Nabi Muhammad during the raid of Khaybar, or like that of Juwayriya bint al-Harith, whose husband, brother and father were killed during the raid of Banu Mustalik, and Prophet or Nabi Muhammad coerced her into marriage, or like Rihanna, who was captured during the siege of Banu Qurayza. Rihanna refused to marry the Prophet, but the Prophet, in accordance with the Quran 33:50, violated her against her will. If you are ready to forget the sacrifices of Guru Tegh Bahadur, Guru Gobind Singh, Bunda Bahadur, Shamhaji, Chhatrasal on the one hand, and Rani Durgavati, Rani Padmini, Swi Rani, of Baluchistan, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Mumta, daughter of Rana Pratap, Ahilya Bai on the other, then it is okay. There were scores of Hindu prostitutes during the period under Muslim rule who used to entertain Muslims' guests. It is up to us, with whom we want ourselves and our women wish to identify with. While concluding this write-up, I would say that there are exceptions among Muslims, but they are the ones who are aware of what Islam is. But to find such Muslims and to believe that the one who is approaching you is one from such exceptions is sheer foolishness, as there are some people who do not need specs after crossing the age of 45, but that does not mean that you ignore doctors' advice to wear specs for near sight after 45. At first, such Muslims will never approach a Hindu girl, as they must be ashamed of the similar acts of their fellow Muslims at present and Muslims in the past. Of course, such Muslims have secretly abandoned Islam, for no sane person can remain Muslim who knows Islam or who has read the Quran with open eyes. They will of course never give you polite advice to do this or don't do that. But mind you, if you go for the exception, then you are destined for the most horrible destiny.